We're here today at Zinc in Federation Square for the third in a series of leadership breakfasts that we've run in Victoria for iap2. This event was focused on our Core Value Award winners from 2011 and provided a fantastic platform to share some insights into their stories.
It's lovely to have such a good turn-up, 160 people there to listen of war stories. It was marvellous to be with Melbourne Water. It's such an excellent organisation, and to be sitting there at the table talking about our project. The Boroondara Activity Centre project was a land use planning project that was trying to accommodate growth in the city of Boroondara. Their plan was to put 80% of that growth into our shopping centres, 3% of our land mass. So we went out to the community to say, are the heights right? Have we got it right? What is your input?
The project award was based on how our project met the core values of the iap2. And look, we probably didn't state what those values were to the community all of the time, we actually just lived them. So it was a lot of things around creating lots of different opportunities for people to participate, genuine opportunities, being able to demonstrate that we'd actually listened to them and taken their feedback on board. And we were able to show them that at the end of the process when the strategy was actually modified based on what we'd heard from the community and then adopted by council. So for us it was a really good public participation outcome, and I think that's what the award fundamentally was recognising.
About 3 years ago we set about establishing a stakeholder engagement strategy for the whole corporate organisation, and the strategy itself is really heavily driven around capacity building the organisation and lessons learned. So we spend a lot of time and energy in taking the business through improving their skills around the quality of the work they do around engagement. So that's been a big part of it, but also looking back and reflecting on what we've done well, what we haven't done so well, and trying to look at a lessons learned aspect of it as well. It's great recognition, and it's really positive in showing that we're heading in the right direction. We've never tried to suggest that we're the be all and end all in relation to communications and engagement, but I think it shows, it indicates the real growth in the organisation around our practice over the last 5 years, and acknowledging that we've still got a way to go. I think it's a really good indicator that we're doing the right thing and heading in the right direction.
Getting people together in a room to try and work out what is stakeholder engagement, who are stakeholders, who are our stakeholders as an organisation, given that we've got so many different kinds of work going on. So the grappling with what that strategy was in the first place, that was a real challenge at Melbourne Water. And then once it was in place, there were actual actions that had to be delivered, and so they've been progressively implemented over time.
What people really want to hear are the colleagues and peers that are at the coalface of engagement. Where did they go wrong? What did they find challenging? What have they lessons learned from it that they can't read about or pick up from their website?
I really enjoyed the way that the room shared the lessons and the struggles that we have as practitioners in community engagement. The importance of resilience, of having debriefs, of looking out for your team, and also the struggles that we all have when dealing with difficult conflict situations in our work.
Using the Pechakucha style was a really good way, I think, of telling a story, telling the story of engagement that Boroondara went through. It was a real good way of talking about some of the feel behind some of the things, some of the activities, and the sense, I guess, the human sense behind engagement. The public get to see the organisation and the polish, I suppose, but the polish and the organisation is built on people. So this was a good way of telling that story about how it was for people, what their experiences were, and their universal stories that talk to every other practitioner that's in the space.